right, y'all. Let's talk about the morning and evening routines. I know that with school starting, there's gonna be more of a priority that your kid just gets the teeth brushed, gets the hair comb, get dressed, all those things, make the lunches, do all that stuff that you do in the morning time. And we need to be efficient with it, right? We need to be efficient with it because there generally is just not enough time in the morning. There's not enough time in the morning. So you're like, Randy, how do you get that stuff done without yelling at your kid? How do you get it done without yelling? All right, let's talk about this today. Let's talk about it. Okay, here's my thought. Okay, this is what I do with clients. You have a times, like if you think about times in one column, times in the morning, or if it's the evening routine, times in the evening, and then you have the activity in the other column, right? So let's say get out of bed. So you want your child to get out of bed at, let's say, 6:45. 6:45 a.m. activity, get out of bed, okay? 6:50 brush teeth. 6:53 put on your clothes. 6:58 brush your hair, right? Whatever order you want them in. The main goal is, though, to give your child these kind of time expectations and then the activity beside it, because now your child can moderate the activity. They can do these things on their own with the time and then the activity. They can do it without you coming behind them and saying, come on, hurry up, because they already know the expectation. Because that's what we want. When you're a parent and you're trying to help your child, you want your child at some point to be able to manage this on their own. Why? Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to develop children into adults, right? Trying to develop children into adults. And then along the way, they got to develop these skills. You're going behind them all the time. You're not doing this, hurry up. Then that's what they learn, is that they learn that the way to do things is mom and dad are going to help me. They're going to get upset. So get those times down, get those times and those activities. And then there should be a time where they should be done with all their morning routine, all their hygiene stuff. After they eaten breakfast and done all that stuff, you should put all that on the list. Time it out, and then they should be done. If they're done by that time, then you give them a reward. You can give them a random reward. Give them a random reward, okay? A random reward. Random reward means that it's not something that you say, hey, if you're done on time, you get the reward. It's a reward then when they don't even expect it. It's just kind of like a surprise. Give them a reward of something material or a privilege. Give them a privilege of some kind, staying up late, or their favorite dinner, or going by Quick Trip and getting something at Quick Trip after school. If they're not done on time, then they get a consequence. They get a consequence of for however long, right? For, let's say they're supposed to be done by 7:30 and they're done at 7:36. Well, they get 6 minutes to, when they come home from school, they have to practice doing the routine for 6 minutes because they were late by 6 minutes. So the consequence, the natural consequence is we're going to practice doing that routine for however long you were late in the morning, okay? Does that make sense to you? And what I've seen is that parents enforce doing the activities by the time and they back away. They definitely, there's a learning period that goes along, okay, with it. Your child may not do it exactly the way that you want them to, but over time, your child will be less dependent on you for that morning or that evening routine. Evening routine is the same way. You give them times and then the activities to when they're going to get in bed. All right? Hope that helps, y'all.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.